training programs, meal plans, and coaching, make sure you check out khpfitnessandtraining.com. What's going on, my fitness seekers all over the world? KHP Fitness here, and I wanted to talk to you today about the FITMILA Body by Bands platform here, where you can work out whenever, wherever. I love this because it was sent to me, man, and they wanted me to give a good review on it. I told them I'd go ahead and send them a picture once I got it, and it turned out really well with that particular. So we linked up, and I wanted to go ahead and try it out. So I went ahead and gathered a couple items that I use all times. The first one's going to be my tablet. Need that. I got the Bluetooth right here, the little white thing that'll actually give me my music. And then from there, I got the hooks, because I like the hooks. They're good for, that extra, to keep your hands from, as I pull a lot, my hands really start to hurt pulling the bands by themselves, even with the gloves on. So the hooks really help for a lot of the pull moments, especially. And then I got a towel and some water to keep me cool and hydrated as I go. So refocusing back onto the board here. One of the best things about the board I like is the pulling motions. Like, pulling motions are a huge thing with this board. You can do all kinds of different pulling motions with it. It's really good for, your squats, your deadlifts, your stiff legs, your bent over rows, your bicep curls, everything. So that's what I put mostly within this video, because this board was made for pulling motions, 100%. There is no other way to say it. As you can demonstrate from the movements that I'm doing, I switched from stiff legs to a conventional deadlift here, because I want to show you a couple of things. The first thing is the huge amount of stretch you get from this board. That I really like. I really like the stretch that it puts on. So when you're stretching it out, you're not damaging the bands, but you're definitely putting a huge stretch, because it has, 3 different parts. It has the middle part, as I explained in other videos, which is for beginners, and then for more advanced, you would go to the outside part, like the outside, if that makes sense, and then the very outside will make it the most extreme, putting the most stretch on the board as you go. And so I switched over from a bent over row, from the deadlift to the bent over row, and going to the bent over row, same thing. I put it on the outside to get as much stretch. I think I have it on the inside part, not the middle, just because it can get a bit taxing over time. And you can use, just like you've seen in other videos, you can use wrist wraps with this as well, and it really keeps the band in place. And another big thing is as you're switching through the movements, you don't have to worry about, one of the big issues I see from some of the bigger bros like myself, who are used to lifting 300 plus pounds on their legs and such. You don't have to worry about the bands like curving your feet. Like, curving the feet was a huge problem for me when I started going up in the bands. I have this huge band, this EF Elite T band, or even when if I stacked like multiples of the Undersun Bands, it would start folding my feet up. And I didn't like that, because it kind of made me focus more on my feet placement than actually worrying about putting the emphasis and technique on my quads. But with this board here, it really helped with that. You see, I put it on the outside. That's the most comfortable for it. It's the only way you can actually ring it around without having to worry about it too. And I have so many different other moves as well explaining this particular. But yeah, that's a huge thing for me, because I'm a bit more advanced when it comes to the legs. So with me being a bit more advanced on legs, I had to go ahead and find something that would challenge my leg without my feet folding at the bottom. So what I ended it with here is, I went ahead and did another pull move. I did some bicep curls. I didn't end it here, but this is beginning of the end when it comes to the bicep curls, right? So had the heavy band, and trust me guys, the heavy band is challenging already. But when you use the heavy band with the board, you're going to get a little bit more out of it, because like I said, it starts with that stretch at the bottom. The stretch is a huge thing. It's a really comfortable board. It's pretty lightweight as well. In comparison, it might weigh about 5 pounds, but still 5 pounds of that with less than 5 pounds from the bands. Just put it in your trunk of your car, take it anywhere you want to go with it. That's a huge thing as well. It's not overbearingly big or heavy or lunky, so you can't put it where you need it to be. And it really is something that I look forward to when I'm doing it, to really challenge myself. Last but not least, what I want to talk about is the costs. I want to talk about if this is something that is actually needed, right? Now, when we talk about need, that's a whole different thing. I don't think too many items are needed. Like, to build muscle and such, you can just do that with bands. But if you want to take it to the next level and challenge yourself without having to use a bunch of different bands and get a good challenge from your legs and such, this is the way to go. So another good part about it is that you can definitely pay like 4 payments instead of having to pay it all outright, and that'll get you solidified for it as well and get you all kinds of gains, as the Hot Twins like to say. But that is my that's my review, guys. I hope that was not too long-winded. I try to keep it under 10 minutes on the review because I like to chatter, but ultimately it was well worth it. I got the board from them, but I went ahead and purchased another board as well because I wanted my clients to try it, and a couple of them have purchased it, and people I know as well. So I hope that helps out. If you ever have any questions about the board, or if you ever want to purchase the board, the link is in my bio description, guys. Go ahead and check that out. It's not where you train, it's how you train. Subscribe for more, and more videos coming at least 3 times a week going forward. Talk to you soon.